Welcome to the Quick Galloper YouTube channel. Please like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell.
They're off for the first. Bad gal Chelsea, Starlight Princess, Till You Ride, the three left at the back early, as Superstorm shows dash and explodes early and grabs that lead on the run past the half mile. Chasing My Dream and Hoofily coming in hot pursuit. They need to find 3 or more to get to them. Bellona racing on the outside of stablemate Army Recruit. 3 lengths back till the favourite Lily's Warrior now coupling up and making ground, overtaking a runaway Bay. Shan Shan is there with Bad Gal Chelsea third from the back of the field or fourth from the back of the field. Starlight Princess races up next and Till You Ride, looking to have problems, is at the back. They come thundering into the top of the lane, and out in front Superstorm has taken charge. Army Recruit, the closest pursuer, down against the rail. Hoofily is in the centre but plugging away at the moment as Superstorm continues to hold the advantage. Army Recruit nibbling at that lead. Superstorm under pressure. Army Recruit now beginning to close up on the rail, but Superstorm continues to hang on to the advantage. Superstorm hanging tough, and Superstorm in the end will win it under Natalie Berger. Army Recruit second. Bellona is third, close between Shan Shan, Hoofily in the middle, and the favourite Lily's Warrior out wide.
Often racing, missing the break. That's Fly Blue Jet left at the back of the field as Lucy on the Go wants that lead. It's Lucy on the Go, generational right against the rail. Coming down into it fast, that's Natural Dancer. Then comes racing back there in fourth, that's Sipping on Sunshine. Miss Brayton comes next. Then comes Wayne's Princess, just on the outside of Wayne's Princess. That's Fly Blue Jet, and racing at the back of the field, the Great Wayne. They go towards the 2.5 furlong point, and the war continues up front. Right against the rail, generational. Just on the outside, Natural Dancer. These two fighting for it as they come into the lane. Sipping on Sunshine is coming right against the rail, looking with an encouraging run. Also trying to come on, that's Miss Brayton, but it is Natural Dancer. Sipping on Sunshine right against the rail, in between horses, generational. What a good finish this is. It's Natural Dancer. Sipping on Sunshine coming in between, and now Sipping on Sunshine hits the front from Natural Dancer. Miss Brayton coming on and flying on the far side, and with its Great Wayne, but not it. Sipping on Sunshine beating Great Wayne. Got tight for third, either Miss Brayton, Natural Dancer.
This one named for Elias Salute, they're off. Juventus One staggers out, gives away some ground as Wagwan goes through to get that lead. Pippa rushing on the outside, Abadar in between them. Juventus One now beginning to flow down against the fence as they're into the clubhouse turn. What a Spun racing in behind them, and last of all it's DOK. Wagwan leads them past the mile and makes the way now toward the backstretch. Juventus One moving to within 1 length and right there breathing down the neck of the leader. A break back of 2 lengths back to Pippa. What has Spun a half a length down but making ground on the outside. Abadar is 2 lengths back and DOK struggling early at the back. They come toward the final 6. Wagwan, intentions made known, trying to go all the way with that lead as they run toward the 5. Juventus One tracking smoothly in second. A break of some 3 lengths back to Abadar and the Pippa teaming up in behind. What a Spun is next, and the DOK continues to race far off the speed. They've left the 5. They make their way toward the half of a mile, and it is Wagwan continuing to hold them off. Juventus One now applying pressure on the outside. 3/4 of a length separates them as the tempo now increases, and Wagwan tries to shake loose from Juventus One. The gap now 3 lengths. A break of some 4 lengths back to Abadar, making some ground. A further gap to Pippa. In behind those, that's DOK, and What a Spun relegated to last. The 3/8 pole behind them, they're arriving at the 5/16th, and Wagwan continues to lead them. Abidar now the closest pursuer. Juventus 1 has cried enough and fades back into third, but it's Wagwan with that lead. Abidar trying to close the gap as they run now inside the final 3/16th. It is Wagwan and terrific Tevin Foster. They've opened up a 4-length lead. Abidar continues the pursuit. DOK making mild progress on the rail, but it's Wagwan getting cracks at that right-hand stick and continuing to hold the advantage. DOK begins to come running on late over on the far rail. Wagwan beginning to tire a bit. DOK comes with a storming stretch run, but Wagwan has stolen it and goes all the way to beat DOK Abidar. Could be Juventus 1 over what has spun, but it's a photo between them.
Starter Timmel holding the field. Now he lets them go. They're off and racing. Time Bomb steps slowly, along with To Kill a Mockingbird and A Sweet Burn. Going for that lead, Sir Ganga Jamuna, harassed on the inside by Drone Strike. So Drone Strike and Sir Ganga Jamuna mixing it up. Then comes Galway Bay. Just on the inside of Galway Bay, that's Buzz Assault. Then comes racing back there in fifth, CW Treasure. Just behind CW Treasure, that's Jet Ski Girl, Toby, just behind Toby, that's Time Bomb. Then comes a Sweet Burn, and racing at the back of the field, that's To Kill a Mockingbird. They're going to come into the lane shortly, and it is Drone Strike on that lead. Harassed all the while by, on the outside, that is Sir Ganga Jamuna, trying to come on to, that's Galway Bay, but Sweet Burn not messing around and kicks clear about. It's a Drone Strike, kicks clear and now begins to pull away. It's Drone Strike in front, and Drone Strike is totally beyond recall. Drone Strike pulling away easily. It's the champion Jock Radish Roman and Drone Strike, maybe by double digits, beating Sir Ganga Jamuna. Galway Bay could have hung on for third. Then comes CW Treasure and maybe Buzz Assault back in fifth.
They're off. 5.5 furlongs. Tigray Express misses it. Never left at the back as they charge down the far side. KP Choice gets that lead. Little Grovey Thing within a length. Big Argument hustled up by the rider. These three in a tight grouping. The Queen's Bee races 4.5 lengths in behind them as the leaders arrive at the half-mile marker. Money Box is making ground. Big Daddy racing down toward the outside of horses. Just in behind those, that's Sowang Don. Tigray Express has made ground, overtaking a share de jour. Papidon races up next. In behind those, Linstead Market. Uncle Harry is next. Then comes Golden Lawyer and Never at the back of the field. The leaders will come thundering into the top of the lane. They're there now, and it is KP Choice out in front. Big Argument now asked to close the gap toward the outside. Big Daddy gets cracks of that stick. Little Grovey Thing is racing up with Money Box. They rub shoulders, but KP Choice is in full flight inside the last furlong, arriving inside the last 16th. It is a KP Choice firmly on that lead. On the action pack, Ray and Lewis are not going to catch. KP Choice winning by maybe 6 in the end. Money Box is second. Little Grovey Thing third. Close. Big Daddy out wide. Papidon in the center. And over near the rail. That's Sowang Don.
Holding the field. And now he's ready. Off and racing. Awesome Line came out sharply and tacking across to the middle of the track. Speed on Wheels is prominent, the grey. Right there, too, that's Prince Marshall in the mix. Shelley the Rocket is also their Secret Mission closest to us and traveling powerfully. So it's Speed on Wheels, Prince Marshall, Prince Daniel, rather. Secret Mission is right there too. So Prince Daniel, Speed on Wheels. These are the two matching stride. Also up there too, that's Secret Mission. This is where the race lie as they make their way coming out of the chute to spread right across the track. But it's still Speed on Wheel in front. Prince Daniel testing all the while. Not too far away, that Secret Mission. Also coming on, that's Undeclared War. Speed on Wheels still keeping on from Prince Marshall. Coming there, that's Shella the Rocket. Shelly the Rocket coming down. Prince Daniel looks to be fading a bit. And now Shelly the Rocket had hit the front from Speed on Wheel. And Shelly the Rocket begins to pull away. Shelly the Rocket sprinting clear for Everett Clunes. Shelly the Rocket beats Speed on Wheel. Prince Daniel is third. Then comes Undeclared War. And Lil Maggie back in fifth.
Field in line and sent off. Bobby Too Bad just misses it. Run Julie Run came out bubbling. So two interesting times ahead, and they go for that lead. Provident races out wide of them as they're into that clubhouse turn, and Run Julie Run occupies the rail, cuts the corner, and takes the lead. Being chased up now by toward the outside, that's Divine Force in the white cap. Interesting times ahead. Bobby Too Bad and Provident form a line of three. King Pie's next, and last of the field is Inspire Force as they have left the 7 and make their way onto the back stretch. They're coming out from behind the board, and a Run Julie Run rated on that lead. Being chased all the while by a Divine Force in the white cap. Provident is close up in third spot, just about 3.5 off that lead. Joined by On the Rail. Interesting times ahead. 2 lengths back to Bobby Too Bad. A gap opens up to King Pie, and the last of all, it's Inspire Force. They've left the 5/8, the tempo increasing a bit as they run toward the half mile. Run Julie Run attempts to go all the way, being chased all the while by Divine Force in the white cap. Interesting times ahead, now asked to make ground, and just in behind them. A break of some 3.5 lengths to Provident. A gap opens up to Bobby Too Bad as they're stringing out in behind the leaders. King Pie races up next, and forget Inspire Force, never been in it. They've left the 3. They're arriving at the 5/16. A Run Julie Run continues to run strong. Interesting times ahead in the dark silks, now asked to close up, but it is a Run Julie Run into the lane. Interesting times ahead, throwing down a strong challenge on the outside, but the filly is game. A Run Julie Run continues to hold the advantage now by 2.5 to 3 lengths. Interesting times ahead is the only pursuer. The rest are all struggling in the wake of the first 2. Run Julie Run out in front. They're not going to catch Run Julie Run. Run Julie Run and Tajay Suku. They win the Mark My Word trophy. Interesting times ahead second. Provident is third. And back and forth, that's Divine Force.
They're off and racing. Getting a good start on the far side. That's Fred the Master who wants that lead. Coupling up in the middle, that's Any Means. So Any Means in front of, on the outside, Fred the Master. Then comes Novia. Back there in fourth, that's Mulligan Man. Just behind Mulligan Man on the rail, that's Mohan Lal, about 4 or 5 lengths before we come to Puro Sangue, and racing at the back of the field, that's Community Race. They make their way cutting toward the 5 furlong point, and on that lead, Fred the Master, just the leader, and going on now by about 1.5 lengths from racing in second, that's Any Means, about 4 or 5 lengths before we come to Novia. Coming up against the rail, that's Mohan Lal. Just behind them, that's a Mulligan Man, another 2 or 3 lengths before we come to Puro Sangue, and still laboring at the back of the field, Comuna Triese. They go past the 4, Fred the Master, with the intentions clear, trying to take them pillar to post, about 3 or 4 lengths now in front of Any Means, driven for all he's worth. It's still in front, Fred the Master. Here comes Mohan Lal coming on the outs, also coming down into it now. That's Novia, but it is Fred the Master still in front of Mohan Lal, trying to get there. Fred the Master looks to be running out of gas. Mohan Lal now grabs a hold of Fred the Master. Coming on the outside, that's Novia, but it is Mohan Lal in front. Fred the Master has not quit. Still there fighting, coming out wide and coming on. That's a Novia, but it's Mohan Lal trying to give them a clean pair of wheels. And Mohan Lal begins to go away from them. Mohan Lal sprinting clear, and it's 2 on the day for Tajay Suku. Mohan Lal beats Novia. Then comes up Fred the Master back in fourth. That's Puro Sangue.
Field in line. 6 furlongs, they're off. Perfect start. California Crown comes away under the pump. Desert of Malibu moving swiftly, and these two share that lead. Just in behind them, Phenomenal Power kept off the splits. Digital One racing out wide. Dothraki in behind Horses. Don Quezzy is the one running the rail. A gap of some 4 lengths back to Mighty Gully. And Unbelievable Force is trailing the field. They've left the half mile and run now toward the final 7/16th, and California Crown controls the speed up front. Desert of Malibu right there just a length down. There goes Dothraki now beginning to make ground. Phenomenal Power is also in a handy spot back in fourth. Don Quezzy is racing ahead of a Digital One. A huge gap opens up to Mighty Gully, and at the back of the field it's Unbelievable Force as they come thundering into the top of the lane. They leave the 3/16th behind them. California Crown with a brave run. Desert of Malibu now inching closer. These two battling hard. Don Quezzy not too far away. Phenomenal Power disappointing on the outside, but now Desert of Malibu picks it up inside the final 16th. It is Desert of Malibu holding on to the advantage to the line. Desert of Malibu will win it under Tajay Siku. He has a triple. California Crown is second. Don Quezzy third. Dothraki is fourth.
And now they're off and racing. Runville Run misses it, and he's left at the back of the field. As going through for that lead, that's Total Eclipse. Total Eclipse, Miss Prosecutor, right there too. That's another quality. Coming on the rail, that's Melba's Choice. So they make their way going down the backstretch, and it is Total Eclipse from another quality. Miss Prosecutor joined on the inside by Melba's Choice as they go past the 6th. Then comes a Native Isle, now overtaken by Prosperity Sen, just behind those. That's Crown Court. Then behind Crown Court, that's Wonderful Vision, a gap of 6 or maybe 10 lengths before we come to Runville Run. She's a player and pulled up at the back of the field. Out of the race, that's Barbecue. They go past the 4 and head toward the 3, and it is another quality and a Total Eclipse. They're mixing it up on that lead, tracked intently by Prosperity Sen, going down dangerously. Also coming into it, that's Native Isle. Crown Court comes next. Then comes Miss Prosecutor as they come to just about 2.5 furlongs to travel. And on that lead, it is now Prosperity Sen. Now going on, Prosperity Sen going on and going about the business. Coming on the inside, that's Native Isle. Also still there, that's Total Eclipse. But this one is not messing around. Prosperity Sen still in front. Native Isle begins to get closer. Prosperity Sen in front of Native Isle. Prosperity Sen looks to be flying away from these. Prosperity Sen pulling away and will win this one with ease. Prosperity Sen and Tyrese Anderson's sprinting clear by about 8 lengths. Second, Native Isle. Then comes a Miss Prosecutor. Maybe Total Eclipse just holding on from Crown Court for 5th.
Thank you for watching another video produced by the team from QuickGallopJaya.com and its YouTube channel, The Quick Galloper. Please stay on the channel for other enlightening videos on those involved in local horse racing. Please like, subscribe, and press the notification bell.